Welcome, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media viewers and Lincoln High School Red Wrestling fans to the Marshfield Senior High School Fieldhouse. This is going to be a wrestling night in the state you won't want to miss. Lincoln High School Red Raiders, they come in as a 6th-ranked team in the state right now, are going to take on the Marshfield Tigers, Valley Conference power and ranked 8th in the state. That'll be the first round matchup. There's 3 mats on the floor. On one of the other ones, you're going to have Holmen, the number 2 ranked team in the state, taking on Wanakee. And there's going to be junior varsity and girls wrestling along in the far side as well. Second round of tonight will be Wisconsin Rapids taking on Holmen in a huge dual meet. Holmen probably on paper be favored. They have a huge amount of ranked wrestlers up and down their entire lineup. So we'll see how tonight goes. My name is Scott Tesch. I'll give you move by move. We got the band back together. Craig Tim, longtime buddy and cameraman here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, going to give you mat side seats as he always does. Thank you, Craig, for volunteering your night. We really appreciate it. And finally, we're going to get some wrestling on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Numerous events that the Red Raiders have been in facilities that have part of the tournament in one gym and part in the other, so that's not possible to cover. Some of them have absolutely no place to put any type of media, whether it's radio or television or anything. So we apologize for not bringing you much wrestling, but hopefully we're going to be able to fill up your second half of the year here with more Lincoln High School Red Raider wrestling. Lincoln High School, Marshfield, and D.C. Everest are all 1-0 in the Valley Conference. Stevens Point, Wausau West, and Wausau East are 0-1. Other Valley Conference dual meets tonight. D.C. Everest is wrestling at Wausau West. Wausau East is at Stevens Point. And you're going to be watching Wisconsin Rapids at Marshfield. Red Raiders have a handful of ranked wrestlers. They've got 6. Jackson Freeman at 106 is ranked 7th. Luke Hamill at 120 is ranked 11th. Deegan Armagost is 10th at 132. Aspen Tritz is 3rd at 140. Jack Ackerman is 9th at 150. And at 175 pounds, Caden Shalinski is 14th. And we're waiting for some technical things to get straightened out at the scores table. With our match, draw weight in this first round is 175 pounds. Scheduled to go for Marshfield is a junior, Hayden Carlson. He is ranked 7th at 175. Scheduled to go against your Red Raider, a junior, Caden Shalinski. Give you a listing of the Lincoln High School girls that have been wrestling. Morgan Bravener, she's a freshman. Taylor Fuller as a junior. Morgan Gormanson, who finished 9th in the Bi-State Wrestling Classic in the ladies' side. Ella Jestad is a freshman. Addison Marin is a junior. Melania Novak-Ortiz is a sophomore. Emily Rasmussen is a freshman. Elsie Stanton is a freshman, and Anastasia Thor is a sophomore. Their head coach, Jared Jaminski, and his assistant, Montana Gormanson. Red Raiders this year have a coaching staff that looks like this. Kevin Tritz is the new head coach. Assistants Justin Tritz, Cale Bennett, Troy Freeman, Mike Slattery, Ben Bragan, Nathan Weidman, Jordan Quinnell, Bennett Weidman, Matt Peterson, Tony Biolo. Shalinski and Carlson step on the mat to go at it in the first match of the Marshfield Rapids Valley Conference dual meet. Shalinski with a shot in, turns the corner, gets to a body lock, lifts. Shalinski takes him down. He leads 2-0. Now we don't see the scoreboard, I guess, for the dual meet between Rapids and Marshfield. Someplace it's on the board, but we don't know where. Oh, I see that. Thanks, Craig.
I just noticed that.
1 point escape. 3-1. Shalinsky trails, takes a bad shot, and Carlson counters, gets another takedown. It's 6-2 now on a cut loose by Carlson. Carlson with another low shot at the ankle, snatched it, folds up Shalinsky, covers him up. It's now 9-2. Remember, as of last year and again this year, takedowns are 3 points apiece. .20 seconds left first period. Shalinsky trying to come to a higher base. Claw ride by Carlson. Just looking to control and ride and run the period out here. He's got 4 seconds left. And the 1, 9-2, Carlson. Shalinsky's choice, he defers.
And winning by pin at 175 pounds from Holmen,
On their feet to start the second period. Front snap down, trying to pick a knee, got it, elevating it. Shalinsky trying to fight it off, which he did. Good work there by the Red Raider. He's got to stop getting his head snapped way down to the mat. Shot in, did he get there? Got 2 legs, got his head stuck in the middle, coming out the back side. Shalinsky steps over, got a leg trapped. Carlson's wrapped up around the body. Shalinsky's trying to pop his head out and still control Carlson. And a call stalemate. Still 9-2, a minute 6 left. Second period. Hayden Carlson of Marshfield with the lead. Don't be messing with your headgear. Then you get shot in on. 2% toss has Shalinsky in deep trouble. Re-scoops, repositioned did Carlson. Got 23 seconds to fight this pin attempt off. Keep yourself at least in the match. Carlson trying to step across the body now. 5 seconds left. Shalinsky gets to his stomach for a near fall, though. It's 16-2. Shalinsky's going to choose the bottom to start the third period. Nothing of a start for Shalinsky, just based off. And that was the end of the period there. I guess they stopped the clock a little soon before. Had 2 seconds left yet to burn off, and now it's the third period finally, and Shalinsky is on top. Going to ride in the referee's position. Harder start by Carlson. He hits a switch coming to his feet. Shalinsky getting his head put down towards the mat, and he's stretched out, now backs off. Gives up the escape. 17-2 tech fall for Hayden Carlson. 5 big points for Marshfield to start the dual meet. They take a 5-0 lead, 190-pounders coming up. And again, Josh Taylor from Marshfield is ranked. He is ranked 12th. Oakley Pluis, the Red Raiders, 190-pounder. He's a lanky 190. Now they're trying to clear the scoreboard. And they're checking in the wrestlers' names. Pluis will be the taller of the two. As I'd mentioned, he's long and lanky. But taking on a ranked wrestler, Pluis is a sophomore for the Red Raiders. Pluis has some flashes. See if he can put together a really good match here. The Red Raiders will forfeit at 285. So Marshfield will get another 6 points once we get to that weight class. Pluis trying to get Ty into a Russian. Can't quite get that grip yet. Tried to force his way into it, and Taylor countered that. Underhook by Taylor, and Pluis backs off. Pluis trying to get that 2-on-1 wrist control. Trying to change crossbody arm drag, missed that. Pluis the aggressor here, that's for sure, but has not completed the takedown yet, not got to a good setup that he likes. Underhook now by Pluis, overhook by Taylor. Pluis pushing in, don't want to get thrown here. Taylor trying to lock up, tosses Pluis. Pluis trying to recover, catches Taylor on his back. Taylor able to fight stomach down. They gave no near fall on that. Amazing. 3 takedown Pluis. End of the first period is here. Pluis just out-toughed Taylor that time. Taylor was where he wanted with the double overhooks, going to throw. Pluis stepped inside, body locked him, and just out-toughed him. I'm not sure how we did not get back points there, as he was on his back for 3 or 4 counts. Pluis now trying to get to a high base. Taylor out in front of that shoulder. Now Pluis to his feet, working on hand control. Taylor cuts him loose. Pluis leads 4-0. Taylor with a double leg shot in deep. Lifts Pluis off the mat, trying to get a leg for a back trip. Get on your stomach. 3 takedown, and it's 4-3. Pluis with a lead. Got to build to your base again, Oakley. Here we come. 3/4 Nelson. Pluis caught the hand, got some control over it. He's got it over top of the head, so that's a good place. Now we got to build up with it. Warning, stalling, the referee said on Pluis. Pluis is out now on the escape. Now you've seen Taylor's good shot, so you protect against that double leg blast shot. Got to get hand control. 5-3 with 42 seconds left, second period. Pluis. Pluis driving into Taylor. Taylor backing around the mat. Lewis tried to adjust the headgear again, stepped over, got a takedown, got Taylor on his back. Oh, the referee called no near fall after he counted twice. He counted twice and then wiped it away. Second time no near fall for Pluis. Pluis out-toughed him for a second time. 8-3 the lead for the Red Raiders. Taylor is breathing really hard. Slow to get to the center, and they're on their feet. Taylor with a bad shot. Pluis easily countered that. Pluis can keep the pressure on here. He can break Taylor. Front chin lock by Taylor. Pluis backed out of that. Taylor tried to head fake again, drive through him. Just couldn't quite catch him off his balance enough. 1:20 left. Still 8-3, Pluis. Taylor is tired. Toss attempt coming, maybe by Taylor, and he backs off. There's a shot again, got to counter it. Taylor lifts again, Pluis gets taken down. It's now 8-5 with 55 seconds left, 9-5 on the cut loose. One takedown by Pluis, set up a good shot here. Taylor's got the double, that's his shot. He has not tried anything else. The one attempt at a throw, and Pluis put him to his back. Underhook by Taylor, looking to throw again. 25 seconds left. Taylor with a shot in one more time. Pluis with the overhooks, body lock by Taylor. Stepping in with a trip. They're out of bounds. Oh, and the referee called a warning, stalling, backing off the mat. That's a crazy call. It's now 9-7 with 9 seconds left. And the Marshfield coach comes running around the mat. He wants more time put on the clock. Pluis is ahead 9-7 on a questionable call. Now they put it up to 14 seconds left. Oakley Pluis cannot get taken down here. And Taylor's shot in again. And he takes Pluis down. And now the referee counts near fall and is going to award them. Wow. 12-9 on a questionable match by the official. You hate to kind of bang on the official, but he did not award near fall points twice. As soon as Pluis was off the mat once, he awarded him a stalling call for a point, and then counted near fall right away and awarded it to Taylor of Marshfield. 2:15. Frick receives a forfeit. It's now 14-0, and at 285, the Red Raiders maybe will put out a wrestler. We'll see. This is going to be Navarro Rodriguez, I think, against a ranked wrestler and Robert Shearer, a junior. Oh, this is the Marshfield wrestler. I'm sorry. My mistake. And 6 more team points. It's a big hole now, 20 8-0. The Red Raiders got to come back with pin, and they're going to run into some of the ranked wrestlers. There's two of them left. Sternweiss at 138 and Ledden at 157. This is Alex Davis, a sophomore from Marshfield, against Jackson Freeman, a senior. You're looking for Freeman to get a pin here. Freeman ranks 7th at 106 pounds. Have to change the momentum and not let the official kind of get in the way. There's a double leg shot. Freeman's trying to figure out how to keep him on bounds. Got him locked up here, double underhooks. Just one arm tossed him. Now Davis is into a double leg, and Freeman's trying to scoot around and sit through it. And they're on the edge of the mat here. Freeman would be wise to probably get out of bounds, get a fresh restart here. And potentially dangerous as the knee of Davis gets turned sideways. Freeman is a long, lanky 106-pounder. We need something to change momentum. 12 free points. There's a warning stalling on Marshfield as Davis is backing up around the mat. Now he's outside the circle. Freeman with elbow control to a duck. 3 takedown for the Red Raider at the edge of the mat. And a tech fall and a decision. Somehow a decision at 190. Off the mat. 10 seconds left, first period. Freeman on top, leading 3-0. In Jackson Freeman ranked number 7 at 106 pounds. And the 1. Freeman deferred his choice. And Davis chooses on his feet. Hard to snap by the little guy there. He's a lot smaller than Freeman is. There he's backing up again outside the circle. Slide by. Try to get to a takedown. Little impatient. Now he's got the 3. 6-0 the Red Raider leads. Davis's job is to not get pinned here. Do everything he can to grub around on the mat and not get pinned. Turned inside and almost got the reversal on Freeman. Freeman locked up an Okie choke, saved the ride. Freeman steps in the legs right now on that far side, trying to work cross body. Davis laying on the mat and locking up. He's already been hit once for stalling, fleeing the mat. Now arm across the back. Got a bar, does Freeman, but they're close to the edge of the circle. Davis to his feet. Freeman steps in to a leg lace to a single. Davis over the top of his body. Davis good at grubbing around on the mat. And Freeman finally catches up with him in the center. Now you got time to turn him for more. Underhooks from the backside by Freeman. So far, Davis doing his job, grubbing around, rolling around on the mat. Not giving up any extra points. And Freeman not able to do nothing with him. End of the period. 6-0. Freeman with a lead. Freeman says we're going on our feet to start the third. Little jab attempt by Freeman. Gonna lose that grip on the head and underhook. Davis has got that leg, the left leg of Freeman trapped in there. Got to watch that so don't get turned sideways. Could be called a stalemate here. Clock is burning. 3 finally. 9-0 with a 1:10 left. Hey, you got to make your choice of you got to get a pin here or you got to tech fall him. Davis with the escape, and he's active on his feet now. Davis into a barrel roll attempt. Freeman steps into a double legs ride. Now he's got crossbody power half, should be getting near fall. There's 3 takedown. Freeman's trying to figure out how you can get him turned to his back. 22 seconds left. Got to an Okie choke. Davis just flattening out, doing what he's supposed to do. 12-1 major decision for Jackson Freeman. Not necessarily what the Red Raiders wanted or needed. They got 4 team points there. It's 20-4 right now. Davis did his job for the Tigers. 113-pounders getting ready to go. Micah Bremer, a sophomore from Marshfield, scheduled to go against Brett Bagnowski, a junior from the Red Raiders. Again, someplace the Red Raiders have to get a win. You can't afford to give up any more points. They gave up 12 free ones with 2 forfeits at 215 and 285, and a tech fall at 175. Micah Bremer and Brett Bagnowski. Bagnowski just pulls Bremer around in front of him. Got to cover him for the takedown. There's 3. Legs right on the right-hand side by Bagnowski. And Bremer just hanging on to an elbow, and that's what Plus got called stalling for. Bagnowski cross-body working at arm behind the head, turning him over. Don't get hipped into. He lost the legs ride. To a reversal. Bagnowski's in trouble here. Headlock by Bremer. And we don't have a scoreboard up anymore. We got a picture of some wrestling. So I couldn't tell you how much time is left. Bagnowski's able to come off his back, but he's behind at least 6'3". Again, we don't know any amount of time that's left, which is not good. Bagnowski looking to pop out the backside. Got to get his head up. Got the reversal. (6-5). I think they moved the score to a different scoreboard, Krieger. Now they change it to the far side. I don't know why, but 6-4 Bagnowski trails. 6-5 Bagnowski trails. It's a little confusing to try to follow along here. Second period coming, Bagnowski on his feet. Again, Bremer backing up. Front headlock by the Red Raider. Bagnowski trying to flatten his hips down to keep away from the hand of Bremer as he's coming around the corner trying to pick that near side ankle. Bremer is trying to let Bagnowski walk right into him, which he has done. Bagnowski tried to throw him by. Comes out behind, chin whip now by Bremer. Bagnowski trying to roll through it. And he popped his head out the backside. And Bremer gets caught on his, catches Bagnowski on his back. And there is a pin. Pin in 3:08. Something that you just cannot do for the Red Raiders. Next up, 120-pounder Luke Hamill. He is going to take on, scheduled to go, Raiden Krames, freshman. Red Raiders down 26-4 in the dual meet. And they are not going to be favored in two of the remaining matches for sure. Raiden Krames, freshman. Hamill, double underhooks, dives in, collar tie, ankle pick, takedown 3. Hamill is ranked 11th for the Red Raiders. Hamill with an armbar on that right-hand side. Going to run it around. Steps over the top. Near fall should be coming. No, he lost the grip. One escape. Hamill drives in off that underhook. Picks that far side knee and gets another takedown. 6-1 the lead for the Red Raider. A minute 8 left, first period. Another bar on the right-hand side for Hamill. Got wrist control. Running him over. Near fall coming now. Hamill's got to position himself a little better. Get some weight on that chest if he can. Changes sides. Fires a half. Got 4 near fall. It's 10-1. Hamill with a half again. And wrist control. Runs him right over. 32 seconds left. Near fall coming again. Now you got to make sure you stick him here. You can't just keep turning him up for maximum near fall. You'll run out of time to get the extra pin. Hamill's trying to sit this out hard. Somehow Krames is not pinned yet. Hamill repositions. 4 more near fall now. It's 14-1 at the end of one period. Now you got to choose up here to try and pin him. You can't let these extra point matches go here. You got to get maximum points. As Kramer's doing nothing on the bottom, Hamill shoots in a arm bar on the right-hand side. Picking an ankle, little leg trip, takes him back down. Power half. Kramus is doing everything he can not to get pinned. That's his job for Marshfield. When Hamill turns him this time, he's got to make sure it sticks. Hamill's got the wrist and a half again. Runs him over. Kramer stepped over the top. Hamill steps over him. Looks pretty flat here. Got 55 seconds left. Hamill's got to make it count this time. He's trying to get some chest pressure on that far side shoulder. Kramer rolls through. Hamill steps back across. Hamill scooping ahead now, going to try and settle him in. Referee on the wrong side again. And he gives him the 4 near fall, so it's a tech fall. Lost 1 point there, not getting the pin. He got the tech fall instead. It's 26-9 right now, the Red Raiders trail. Jake Freeman, a junior, at 126 against Carter Williquette, a junior as well. Williquette's a wrestling name from around here. So this is not going to be an easy match. Red Raiders got stunned early. Hayden Carlson, a 17-2 tech fall over Caden Shalinski. And Josh Taylor, a 12-9, I guess, questionable win over Oakley Palouse, who Oakley was ahead late in the match. And the Raiders gave up 12 points at 2:15 and 2:85. Carter Williquette, Jake Freeman. Williquette with a hard collar tie. Freeman can't shake that right now. Off the mat, they work in a scramble. Minute 10 left, no score. Big underhook by Williquette. Tried to snap down and missed that. Off the man as Freeman shoots in on a takedown attempt. 50 seconds left. Right now, Holmen is ahead of Waunakee 30-9. Trying to use an arm jab. Now just trying to control an elbow underneath. Off the front headlock by Williquette. 25 seconds left. Hard wrist control by Williquette. And he shucks Freeman by. Hard shuck for a takedown at the end of the period. Freeman gave up 3 points at the end. Short time, few seconds left. He trails now 3-0. Going down to start the second period. Williquette will be on top, riding in the referee's position. Just a base off by Freeman. That allows Williquette to start some offense as he takes Freeman off his base. A quick warning stalling on Freeman. Freeman do a high base. Now Williquette trying to chop an arm with a coffee grinder. He's got him flattened back down. Got a deep tight waist on him. This referee will hit Freeman one more time here for a point pretty quick. Just based off of what I've seen so far. Freeman now building to a base. Williquette, there it is. There's the stalling call. And a point for Williquette. A lift takes Freeman back to the mat. 30 seconds left. 4-0. The lead for the Marshfield Tiger. He's got a leg scissored apart there on Freeman. Now he's going to get a Turk tip attempt. Freeman fights that off. End of the period, 4-0. Williquette leads, and he is going to go down. The Red Raiders coming off a bi-state tournament that was really tough, but they were 3 weight classes short. Nobody at 215, 285, or 103, and it fared very well. Best finish was a 10th place finish, and then followed by a 12th place finish. Only 2 Red Raiders out of the 11 that were wrestling placed in the top 12. (6-1) the lead now for Williquette. In the girls' side, Morgan Gormanson, the senior for the Red Raiders, placed 9th in the girls' side of the tournament. Congratulations to her. 1:28 left. 6-1 Williquette. They're on their feet. Williquette just spiked Freeman's forehead right in the mat on a snap down and spun behind easily. Got a 9-1 lead right now. Going to cut him loose 9-2. Going to go to work on his feet. He's had good success there. Again, snap down off a front chin lock, around the corner, trapping an elbow. Ankle pick around the corner. It's 12-2 right now with 42 seconds left.
And at 126 pounds, winning by decision from Holmen.
1 point escape. 12-3 now, and they're off the mat with 31 seconds left. Sweep shot missed by Freeman. Sweep shot off that hand control. Inside trying to finish with a takedown here. Williquette's in some trouble, but time runs out. 12-3 is a major decision. 4 more team points for Marshfield. And it is now 30-9. Marshfield in serious control here. 132 pounders coming up now. Scheduled. Deegan Armagast is going to take on Neil Adler, a freshman. Red Raiders are about a match away from not being able to score enough points to come back if possible. And that's with all pins. Neil Adler is a freshman for the Marshfield Tigers. Deegan Armagast is a junior, and he is ranked 10th in the state right now. Off the mat, 15 seconds gone, fresh restart. Russian arm tied to an overhook now. Adler with the underhook and better head position. Armagast shot in second time now, but front. He's an underhook by Adler, and they go off the mat. Off the overhook, drive in and try to get an E-pick, but miss that. Adler again with the underhook on this near side. Barrel roll attempt, takedown. Gonna get it? Yes, he is. 45 seconds left. Deegan Armagast, takedown, 3. Tight waist, try to get a coffee grinder, now pins the arm to an arm bar. .24 seconds left. Trying to get to a double arm bar is Armagast. Got it now. Going to try to run it over. Round he goes. Can he get him turned? 10 seconds left. Near fall coming now. Or so we think. And he can't see a pin from looking down on top. The time runs out to save the official. Near fall coming. 7-0 the Red Raider. Armagast deferred. Adler chose on his feet. Arm tie by Armagast. Adler runs right in. They're out of bounds. Armagast would have came out on top of that one out of a scramble, but they ran out of wrestling mat. Jab attempt, takes him to the mat. Locks up around the body, and there's a takedown. Now 10-0. And again, you got to pin these guys if you want any hope. Can't just keep scoring mega points on takedowns for 3 and near falls and not get pins. Chop that far side arm into a wrist control underneath. Now, tight waist, trying to get a bar. Armagast forces his way into a double armbar. Around the corner he goes. Going to lose one bar, maybe, maybe not. Near fall coming again. Had him tipped one time. Now he's going to try and run him one more time. 45 seconds left, second period. Takes him over the second time. Can he get enough weight down on the shoulders? That looks pretty close. Pinned him there. Fall for Deegan Armagast. 3:32 on the fall time. 6 Red Raider team points. 30-15. They're halfway back. But again, this match, the Red Raiders are going to be extreme underdogs here. John Sternweiss, the senior, comes out. Sternweiss is ranked 4th at 138. Matthew Miller, the senior for the Red Raiders at 138, will be his opponent, I do believe. Last year, Sternweiss qualified for the state tournament at 126. He did not place, though. This is one of Marshfield's best. Sternweiss, the huge favorite here, as he's in on a double leg, lifts Miller, steps through, scissors the legs, takes him down for 3 in a lead. Turk attempt for a tip. The referee, of course, counted near fall. Miller's shoulders are straight up and down. It's easily seen from here. Now the Turk tip, scoring near fall for Sternweiss. Minute 5 left yet. Near fall awarded, 7-0 for the Marshfield Tiger. Sternweiss just very good for the Tigers is all you can say about that. Last year, Wisconsin Rapids tore apart Marshfield 60-16. Marshfield forfeited 3 times to the Red Raiders. 4 more near fall at the end of the first period, 11-0 the lead. Marshfield went through some sickness and injuries during the time they wrestled last year. And this looks like they've been waiting for payback for a whole year. Matthew Miller in a scramble. Comes out with the escape. Good work, Matthew Miller. 11-1 now. I'm not too sure Matthew Miller's going to quit on you here. He's going to give you everything he's got. He's just overmatched. That's all there is to it. But he's going to wrestle hard for the Red Raiders. Here's a shot. Sternweiss just a better counter. Gets a takedown. It's 14-1 right now. 2 points away from a tech fall. Cradle being walked around by Sternweiss. And he turns Matthew Miller on his shoulders here. He's got 59 seconds to try and pin him. Miller's fighting hard. Miller able to pick the hands and turn stomach down. Save the team a point. 18-1, the win on a tech fall. 5 team points. It's now 35-15. Red Raiders' maximum they can score is 24 points yet. And they're not going to be favored at 157 pounds. They have to pin everybody. And they could possibly win by 4. Here's Ashton Roosh, I do believe, for the Red Raiders. And this should be Zach Knack, a freshman, for the Marshfield Tigers. Underhook by Knack with wrist control and good head position. Roosh got to fight this off, get his elbow down. That's in that underhook. Knack drives in, Roosh shucks him on by over the top, comes out the back, gets a takedown. 3-0 Roosh, got a wrist tip. Got to make sure that's right. Take a little gas out of him for a while first. Roosh trying to work on a double armbar. Hip up by Knack. Knack looks to be pretty physically strong here. He was able to fight off a double armbar. Just pulled his arms ahead, and Roosh kind of hold him back there. Holmen is ahead 39-9 in their dual meet. They're at 138 pounds. 1 point escape for Knack. Shot on an near side single by Knack. He's got the foot up off the mat. Roosh is trying to counter. Knack driving in, got a leg folded underneath. And potentially dangerous. Roosh with a 2-on-1 wrist control. Trying to slow down Knack here on his feet. 14 seconds left. 3-1 Roosh. Now he's trying to fight for an inside underhook. Needs better head position though. 3, 2, 1 end of the period. 3-1. Ashton Roosh leads at 144 pounds. Knack is going down to start the second period in the referee's position. Roosh got to knock him off his base here. Knack able to maintain that base pretty easily. Now an ankle pick by Roosh, but didn't do a thing. Roosh is looking to get a half and a wrist. Don't get Granbeat here. Knack coming up with a leg. Roosh trying to fight this off. 1 point escape as he breaks the grip on the leg. 3-2 now, Roosh with a lead. Underhook in good head position for Knack. You want your head on the same side of your opponent's head as your underhook is. Oh, Roosh got his feet caught in the mat. Coming up, body lock, launcher pads loaded. Knack with a body lock. Roosh trying to headlock and toss him here. Knack just out-strengths and out-toughed Roosh there. It's now 5-3, Knack with a lead. Roosh trying to come up off his base. Roosh trying to turn inside here. Across the back, gets the reversal there. 5-5, 21 seconds left, second period. Knack is able to stay in his base with his knees tucked under him pretty well. Now Roosh with a half and a wrist. trying to run him over here. Can he get some near fall? Near fall coming. Roosh wrestling through the end of the period. 9-5 the score. Roosh with the lead. Third period coming. Roosh going down to start the period, leading 9-5. Roosh builds to a high base. Knack chops a wrist, brings him back down to a lower base. Roosh again trying to step up to a high base. Roosh tried to reach back and get a little switch, but Knack was in a lot better position there. Again, Roosh coming up to his base. Give him credit. He's working hard for the Red Raiders. Trying to get a cradle locked up his neck. Roosh picked the hand apart. Get your reversal here. Limp arms out of it. Nice job, Ashton Roosh. Now 11-5 with a minute left. Warning stalling on Knack. Roosh off to the side, trying to turn him. Got 30 seconds left. Need some warning stalling. There's a second point. Now it's 12-5. Got to get a turn here for extra team points. 15 seconds left. Now Roosh is in danger of losing control here. Roosh is in the grubber on style. End of the period. 12-5. Ashton Roosh with a win. Well, the Raiders have a chance, I guess, if you'd like to say it. They got to pin everybody, the last three weight classes, to win by a 1 team point. It's 35-18 right now. And this is going to be Jack Ackerman, a junior. And this is a wrestling name from over here, Cashton Kilty. And then Marshfield will definitely be favored in the next match with Easton Ledden. Jack Ackerman's ranked 9th at 150. Launching pads loaded here with some under and overhooks. Off the mat they work. Cashton Kilty is a junior for the Marshfield Tigers. Cashton Kilty last year wrestled Aiden Armagos and got pinned in a minute 40. That was at 138 pounds. Again, coming into this dual meet, the Red Raiders were ranked 6th, Marshfield 8th. Holmen, the other team that they're going to wrestle tonight, was ranked 2nd. And there's potentially dangerous with a minute 7 left. No score on the board yet. Holmen is ahead of Wanakee 42-15. And they're at 150 pounds.
We're at 152.
Underhook, elbow control by Ackerman. Backed out of that, snaps him down. Kilty with wrist control to slow that offense down. Around the corner on a spin, and they're off the mat, even though Ackerman was still in bounds. Russian arm tie by the Red Raider. Trying to jab him down. Jab him down, lock up a leg. Kilty clears an arm, reaches inside. Ackerman's working on the edge of the mat. Got 18 seconds left. And they give him a takedown. Scoreboard says it's 3-1. I don't know how the 1 was scored, but end of the period. Scoreboard says 3-1 in favor of Jack Ackerman. Ackerman's going to go down.
And winning by a fall at 150 pounds from Holmen, Noah Henderson.
Ackerman trying to come to a high base. Got rid of some hand control. Switch attempt now. Got a leg cleared. Drives across. Kilty reverses him. 2 points to Red Raiders. 5-1.
Now wrestling 157 pounds from Waunakee, Gabriel Metzler. And for Holmen, AJ
Ackerman with a good tight waist on Kilty. Kilty not able to get his hips off the mat. Out of bounds they work. 1:10 left. 1:10 in the second period. Ackerman will be on top righty. Kilty will be on the bottom in the referee's position. Kilty just basing off on the start. Ackerman couldn't knock him off his base either. Ackerman trying to pull that coffee grinder back, but he couldn't do that. Wasn't strong enough. Now crossface. Traps that far side arm, trying to scoop that head towards the knee and get a cradle, but lost the grip. Ackerman's got a good tight waist, so he's got a lot of control with that right now. But if we don't get a pin here, dual meet is done for. Red Raiders will fall in the rankings, warning stalling Kilty. And they will lose this dual meet. And they will lose the lead in the Valley Conference. First week of the Valley Conference on December 18th, DC Everest beat Stevens Point 56-21. Marshfield took out Wausau East 62-12. And the Red Raiders beat Wausau West 44-25. End of the second period. 5-1 the lead for the Red Raider. Ackerman. And we got some blood time. First time we've had that this evening. Again, next up for the Red Raiders will be just a little bit after this dual meet is finished. The Holmen Vikings will be coming and wrestling the Lincoln High School Red Raiders. We'll just change mats. We'll move one mat to the left. There's junior varsity matches and girls matches going on as well. We don't have a list of any of the JVs that are wrestling or the girls. Unfortunately, we can't report on them. And they're still cleaning up Cashton Kilty. 150-pound weight class is where we're at, and the Red Raiders trail 35-18. They got ambushed from the start. Tech fall. Somehow a come from behind win, and then 2 forfeits. They gave up 12 points. If you take the 12 points away, it'd be 23-15, and you'd still have a little better shot. Then you gave up a pin and another major decision and another tech fall. So what the Red Raiders have done normally in the past, scoring extra team points every chance they can. They have a major decision, a tech fall, and a pin, but that's the only 3 wins they've got. 6-1 on the second warning, stalling on Kilty. Minute 18 left, third period. Ackerman trying to get a bar on that right-hand side. Now he loses that. Warning, stalling again on Kilty. That's a 2-point call now. And Ackerman's going to cut him loose, try and take him to his back. Seven to 1, 7 to 2 now. Back on their feet with 35 seconds left. As the starter of this program, Louis Bennett, said, it's easier to take them to their back from their feet than it is sometimes from being on top or riding. So Ackerman got a takedown. No doubt of losing this match with 12 seconds left. He's ahead 10 to 2. And Kilty did his job for the Marshfield Tigers, not giving up as many extra team points as possible. 10-2-1. Major decision for the Red Raiders, 14 points. 35-22 the dual meet score. And the Red Raiders have 2 matches left. Chase Geathers scheduled to go at 157. And no matter who the Red Raiders put out, they're going to face probably Easton Ledden. And Ledden, a senior, is ranked 11th at 157 pounds. Red Raiders' choice this match, they have to report first. And we'll see what the matchup is. This is Chase Geathers. And this is the senior Easton Led. A lot of motion and movement, a hard double leg shot, and 3 points takedown for Ledden inside of 5 seconds. Chase Geathers tried to turn inside and come out. Ledden caught back up with him and regains control. Cross face for Ledden on top from the left side. Now he breaks that. Geathers trying to get some hand control underneath before he puts a foot down on the ground. Ledden's trying to get an arm bar, an Ellsworth bar. Trying to get a tip with that. No near fall there as Geathers gets stomach back down to his base. Now a hard stand up by Chase Geathers. They go out of bounds, but just not quite enough mat space to get his escape. Good hard stand up by Chase Geathers. Caution jumping to start. Ledden of Marshfield. Stand up again by Chase Geathers, working hard. Gets the escape. Ledden with an underhook on the right side. Tries to elevate that arm, drop down that same side leg, does that very well. Coming for a takedown, pops ahead, gets his 3. Holmen leads 48-18 over Wanakee, and they got one match left yet to go. 6-1 the lead for Easton Ledden. Ledden will take his choice after Geathers deferred, and he will go down to start the second period. Hard stand up by Ledden right on the whistle. And that's what you like to see off the bottom. You don't, in my opinion, you don't really want to sit there and just base and hang on and hang around and see what the other guy wants to do. That allows him to be in control. 10-1 now with 1:38 left. Ledden in control of the match. Out of bounds. 1:17 left. 10-1, and Ledden is going to put Geathers on his feet. So it's 10-2 now. There's a nice shot into a double leg. Geathers had no control, wasn't even ready for the shot. That's tough to watch some of that when the guy cuts you loose. You know he's going to shoot takedowns, and you're a step behind. Now they're going to cut him loose again. Geathers again, gets shot through on the same near side takedown, inside takedown. 16-3 now. Arm bar and wrist control. Ledden runs it around the corner. Geathers in deep trouble for 22 seconds. Referee's trying to find some kind of a spot to look from. Geathers is trying to stay with his shoulders up if he can. 8 seconds left, and he gets stomach down. That was good hard work there. Technical fall, though, for Easton Ledden. 5 team points for the Marshfield Tigers. It's now 40-22. One match remaining, 165 pounders. Sean Sleznikow, a freshman for Marshfield, scheduled to go against Jeremiah Peters, the senior from the Red Raiders. And the officials still trying to figure out who's standing at the scores table with them, as they both have checked in already. Should be Jeremiah Peters and Sean Sleznikow. Sleznikow's in on a deep single. Peters is trying to hang on to a toe, try to keep Sleznikow from popping his head out. We are in a scramble position here. Peters in deep trouble there for a second, then he bails out and turns stomach down. 3 takedown Sleznikow. Sleznikow trying to get to an Okie choke. Coffee grinder on the left-hand side. Or as some of them call it now, a arm lever. I like the coffee grinder part. Peters trying to build to a base. He does so, trying to kick over the top. Has Sleznicow on his back. Can he catch that head? Snatches ahead. He couldn't quite scramble fast enough to get behind Sleznicow in the middle of a Polish double. Sleznicow trying to fight an arm through, but he can't do that. Sleznikow's got Peters in some trouble on his back, and the officials got near fall laying there for Sleznicow. 2, he says. 5-0 at the end of one period. Sleznicow with a lead. And blood, no, an inhaler time, an asthma timeout for Sleznicow. Holmen has taken out Waunakee 53-18, and now they'll have time to wait for the matchup with the Red Raiders. And we're back on our feet now, 5-0. Second period starting. Double underhooks. Peters launches Sleznicow. And off the mat they went. Now the official's going over the scoreboard for some reason, and I'm not sure what. It says 1:55 on the clock, and that's probably about right. It's 5-0 Sleznicow, and he takes a low ankle pick shot at Peters. Peters trying to hip him over with a tight waist, reverse style. And we're in this same Polish double scramble situation with Sleznicow. And Sleznicow able to catch Peters again. And he has a half an wrist, and Peters is over on his back. Referee trying to find an advantage point, and Sleznicow gets a pin to end the dual meet in 2:53. And Marshfield Tigers put a whooping on the Red Raiders, unfortunately. 52-22, and they take the lead in the Valley Conference. Marshfield started off at 175 with a 17-2 tech fall by Hayden Carlson over Caden Shalinski. At 190, Oakley Plus was ahead in the match late, and somehow Josh Taylor got a 12-9 win. At 2:15, the Red Raiders forfeited, and at 2:85, they forfeited. At 1:06, Jackson Freeman got a 12-1 major decision. At 1:13, Micah Bremer got a fall for Marshfield. At 1:20, Luke Hamill got a tech fall 18-1. At 1:26, Carter Williquette got a 12-8 major decision. At 1:32, Deegan Armagost got a pin in 3:32 for the Red Raiders. At 1:38, a tech fall by Marshfield's John Sternweiss. And the only time the Red Raiders could put two matches together, Ashton Roosh with a 12-5 win at 1:44, and Jack Ackerman a 10-2 major decision at 1:50. And Marshfield finishes it out with a tech fall win by Easton Ledden and a pin by Sean Sleznicow. 52-22, and I would not have thought that coming into the dual meet. I thought the Red Raiders were probably just a tick of a favorite, maybe 51-49. Marshfield came to wrestle today. The Red Raiders were behind from the start and could never recover, could never get no momentum, and gave up a lot of extra team points along the way. They gave up a couple of pins, handful of tech falls, some major decisions along the way, and Red Raiders only won 5 matches out of the 14 weight classes. So after the first round tonight, the Red Raiders go down 52-22 to Marshfield. That will drop the Red Raiders in the rankings and put Marshfield probably above them. Next up, it's going to get a lot tougher. Holmen steps in. The number 2 team will bring you that dual meet when we return to the Marshfield Fieldhouse on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Well, we're back to match number 2 in the double dual meet tonight here from Marshfield High School. Red Raiders taking on number 2 Holmen, Wisconsin. After getting trounced by Marshfield 52-22, it was a hard dual meet to watch as the Red Raiders were behind from the get-go and never mounted any retaliation. Oakley Plus gets headlocked as he comes running right into Rowdy Herman, who is a sophomore from Holmen. Oakley Plus is another sophomore for the Red Raiders. And that was 3 takedown and 2 reversal. So Plus trails by 1. 2 different body styles. Plus longer and lankier, not as thick or stoutly built, but Herman thick chest, thick shoulders and arms. A little bit shorter. Plus ran in trying to bum rush and body lock and throw, and came out on the short end of that with a 3-2 deficit right now. But he's on top now, looking to try to turn with 1:05 left. See if we can drain the gas tank here of Herman a little bit. Steps into a legs ride, got an arm bar, turning, got a 1 count. Stay with it, Oakley here. He pulled the arm bar out. That was his leverage and went to grab the head, and Herman easily turned stomach down. Red Raiders will forfeit again, I do believe, at heavyweight. So they're already in the hole 6-0. Locked up with a cradle is Plus. Turns him backwards, got near fall coming now. Nice job, Oakley Plus. Herman able to kick enough momentum to turn himself back stomach down, but Plus with a 4-point near falls ahead 6-3. Nice job, Oakley Plus. Recovering from the rush takedown attempt to start the match. Short period here, 2-1, end of the period, 6-3, the Red Raider Oakley Plus. Again, the Red Raiders coming into the night were ranked 6th in the state as far as team rankings. Marshfield was 8th. They will move up now, at least ahead of the Red Raiders. And Holmen was 2nd behind Kaukauna. Hortonville 3rd, Neenah 4th, Luxembourg Casco 5, Bayport was 7, Oconomowoc 9, Waukesha West 10, Pulaski 11, Arrowhead is 12th. That's from the rankings from Wisconsin Grappler. Plus now on the bottom trying to roll the big guy off the top. Plus could get himself in a little trouble as Herman has a double legs right in, but Plus has got an elbow tied up across the head. Now he steps over the top. Nice job of feeling where he was at for Oakley Plus. Gets the reversal, it's 8-3. Oakley Plus only a sophomore. And I've learned to say the name correctly because Grandma Plus is a loyal watcher of Red Raider Wrestling, and she informed me the spelling goes Pluess. And she said that's pronounced Plus. So thank you, Grandma, for that. I know you'll be watching. Kind of a start. I don't know what kind of a start was that, but I think both wrestlers jump, and then the official blew his whistle to start wrestling. Half Nelson and a wrist tied up by Plus, loses the half. 55 seconds left in the second period. Again, you can see the strength of Herman. He's sitting in his base pretty hard. Now Plus drives ahead. And now we got some blood time, probably from Oakley Plus. Maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yep, Pluis going over to the corner with the few medical supplies over there. See if the Red Raiders can get off to a much better start here. Pluis putting on a pretty good match so far, 8-3. Can't make any mistakes and get in a bad position here once you're ahead on the mat. I'm not sure what's bleeding on Pluis. I don't know if it's a nosebleed or exactly what, but they're getting him straightened up. And we're coming back to the center. 45 seconds left, second period. Pluis, 8-3. Holmen has got 9 individual ranked wrestlers out of the 14 weight classes. The Red Raiders have 6, but Holmen will match up with the better rankings in against some of our ranked kids. So could be a tough draw tonight. Pluis riding well here on top. Herman gets to his base. Pluis drives him right back to his chest. 12 seconds left in the period. Warning, stalling on Herman of Holmen. Period runs out, 8-3 the lead. Herman says we're going to go on their feet, both up. You get the choice. You can go both on your feet. You can go on the top or on the bottom in the referee's position. This Pluis took kind of a bad shot. Now he's trying to wade in, get to a tough man. This guy's pretty strong. Somehow Pluis rolls through it. He was in deep trouble, and he rolled through that. Dangerous. That's what I meant by not getting in bad positions. And there's a belly roll by Herman. And they're on the edge of the circle, and now they're off with 1:30, 11-3. Oakley Pluis with a lead. Right now, he's sitting at a major decision. That's an extra team point. Decisions are worth 3 points. Major decisions are worth 4. Technical fall is worth 5. Pin, forfeit, injury, default, victory. There's the roll again. Oakley, get your hips up. He's got to stay on an angle here and not get parallel. And now we got blood time again. 1 point, nope, illegal hold. 1.4, Herman, illegal hold Pluis. And now they give him the escape, 11-5 with 1:10 left. Don't want to get caught in that roll because you see that's what Herman does from the bottom. And Pluis so far survived 2 big attempts. There's a shot in, change corners on the way down, gets a takedown. Nice work, Oakley Pluis. 14-5, back up to a major again. And gives a little harm on the way out of bounds. 45 seconds left. Oakley Pluis gives him the 1, puts him back on his feet. It's 14-6 right now, still the major. Just don't make a mistake now. Set up another good shot. Arm drag, missed him going by. Headlock coming. Pluis takes him backwards to his back. Wow. 3 takedowns, 17-6. Should have near fall coming as well. Cross face for Pluis. Driving ahead is Oakley. Don't get rolled because you know that's coming again. 2 seconds, 17-6, Oakley Pluis. Major decision for the Red Raider. 4 team points in the Red Raiders column. Nice match by the young Red Raider. That fire engine red hair came out firing on the mat tonight. Next up, a pair of seniors scheduled to go. Sawyer Brooks at 2:15 against Connor Degner, who is also a senior. And we'll see who Holmen sends out. I do believe Holmen has to send out their wrestler first. We're waiting here for the official to get things squared away, and he's looking at Holmen, and Holmen guy's standing there. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Craig, help me out here. I'm not sure what's going on. They're trying to get something squared away, I think, on the scoreboard, as some assistants come back in from behind, and they're pointing. While we sit and wait. I think they're trying to get somehow the score on the board. I think they're having trouble getting the score up on the board, as it's got a bunch of zeros on it in the wrong weight class now. Should be 215 pounds. Well, they got that right. Now they got the score on the board on the team side, 4-0. So now we'll see who comes out for Holmen. Again, Holmen's going to be favored in most of the weight classes here, unfortunately for the Red Raiders. Connor Degner and Sawyer Brooks, supposedly the two going out and wrestling. This is Degner, and it is Brooks. Inexperienced here for Brooks. Degner really sprawling back and hanging heavy on the shoulders of Brooks, and they go out of bounds. Headgear comes off Sawyer Brooks, so he'll strap that back on. The Red Raiders are very inexperienced. They may be older in class grade, but they're very inexperienced at the upper end here. Official giving Sawyer Brooks a little help strapping the headgear back on, and now he says it may have broke. So one of the coaches comes out, and now they're going to look for a new headgear. And we wait. So far has not been just the best night for the Red Raiders. They come out what looked to be pretty flat and pretty slow. In the match against Marshfield, they got run over early and often with extra team points and could never recover. And we're still working to get the headgear sized up to fit Sawyer Brooks. Probably the Red Raiders will forfeit at 285. So that'll put Holmen on the board in the third match. Red Raiders had some junior varsity wrestlers in action tonight. We did not get a lineup of who was wrestling who. And also the Lincoln High School Lady Red Raiders were wrestling tonight as well. And again, we apologize, but we got no lineups or names of who's wrestling who and what weight classes. Hey, now we're set and ready to go. All right, Brooks back in there at 2:15, the senior, against Connor Degner, a senior from Holmen. And we're 0-0. Headgear comes off again. That's Sawyer Brooks. He's in the front headlock. Around the corner he goes. Got behind. Now can he take him off his feet to the mat? Trip over the knee. Takedown, Sawyer Brooks. Nice work there by the Red Raider. And he had locked hands around the body. You cannot lock your hands together around the waist when your opponent's on his knees. That's a penalty for your opponent. It's now 3-1. Now they got a headgear problem again, and we go back to the bench one more time. I think you just get him a different set of headgear. Strap it on him. Don't worry about the one he started the match with. That one's got some issues. Well, now they got to extend the straps on that. Once again, I got to thank Mr. Craig Tim for volunteering his evening. Long-time friends of mine since probably second grade. And that's a long time ago. I'm not even sure some of the trees in Wisconsin Rapids are as old as what we are, but we both enjoyed doing the public access for Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. We thank Joe Bachman down at the studio, the one-man band, I guess, since he's the only one left down there doing such a great job for Wisconsin Rapids Community Media for supplying the equipment, doing a little production help. And putting Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on the television for you. Front headlock now by Herman, and they're close to the edge of the circle, and they're out of bounds. Just about in a photographer's lap. Brooks got to get that left hand and right hand elbow down now, because Degner likes to force down on the hit. Snap down by Brooks. One-handed head toss, and they're out of bounds, but Degner was going to be in deep trouble. Degner's always got the better position on the ties, but he's got the inside collar tie. End of the period is a long one. 3-2. Sawyer Brooks with a lead. Now what are they going to do? Now Brooks is going to defer, and Degner's going down, trailing by 1. He's hoping to get the escape, and you got to watch that belly roll again. This time Degner with a stand-up, and he gets the escape as Brooks cannot hold him at all. And didn't have much effort into the ride. Blocked by Brooks. 2-on-1 collar tie on the back of the head by Degner, trying to force down Sawyer Brooks' head. That wears on you after a while. Wow, nice shot by Brooks, but he got flattened out. And Degner able to scramble behind and get a takedown. He's up 6-3 now. And he's got a crossface, got the elbow, now bar and a half. And Sawyer Brooks in deep trouble here. And there's the pin in 2:54. 16 points for the Holmen Vikings, and they take the lead 6-4. Brooks was okay until he took that kind of a bad shot, and he got flattened straight down on his chest and could never recover. And here's where the Red Raiders give a Christmas gift to Holmen, which they don't need at all. They're going to get a forfeit win. And that's 16 points for Holmen. And they are up now 12-4. As the Red Raiders not going to wrestle a heavyweight. Jaeger Jepson, the number 10 ranked heavyweight in the state for Holmen. And the Red Raiders have a first-year senior. Now we go down to 106. The Red Raiders behind 12-4. Jackson Freeman at 106. Grady Needham, probably the freshman. Needham is ranked 12th. Freeman coming into the night ranked 7th at 106 pounds. And again, we're waiting for the scores table. Needham, a wrestling name from that Holmen area, so this guy is going to be pretty darn good as a freshman. Jackson Freeman, a junior. Freeman's going to be the taller, longer, lankier guy. Sweep shots by Needham both times, and they're off the mat. It's interesting that we have the same official for both our dual meets tonight when they've had 4 of them here. You'd think they'd maybe rotate around a little. Freeman with a hard collar tie, swung and missed it as Needham ducked his head. Needham really quick, trying to be as physical as Freeman. Dragged by, missed him. Freeman trying to crawl in, but gets in trouble. Gives up the takedown at the edge of the mat. Too anxious. 3-0 Needham. Spiral ride and a Granby roll out, and then they're out of bounds. Reset with 1:05 left. Needham on top, Freeman on the bottom. Both teams wearing black singlets. Freeman trying to roll him off the top. Needham just extremely quick. He recovers well. 48 seconds left. Still, first period. Freeman with hand control now. Needham cuts him loose. 3-1 now, the lead. The only problem with being so long and lanky is you got a lot of legs to protect. Big targets down there. Underhook by Freeman. Freedom double underhooks now. Slides him on by. Needham with a switch. Freeman with a re-switch. And they go off the mat. No takedown. You can see Needham's done one heck of a bunch of wrestling for a freshman. Not panicked at all. End of the first period is here. 3-1. Needham from Holmen with a lead. Freeman's choice defers. Needham's choice going on their feet. Well, he's had the better of it on their feet so far, so he might as well take that and not go underneath Jackson Freeman. Freeman forced himself into an underhook. Tried to elevate that arm and crossbody knee pick, but missed that as Needham countered very well. Needham's pretty strong for a freshman guy at 106. Freeman swings that collar tie out, and Needham just ducks, and Freeman swings and misses.
Now wrestling 126 pounds from Waikiki, Brett Farrell. And for your Marshfield Tigers, Carter Woolcat.
Ankle pick by Needham. Freeman's got his head stuffed. Needham trying to come out the back. Freedom trying to roll through in a scramble. Still scrambling. Freeman's legs caught up underneath, all the way across his body, and they stop it potentially dangerous. And they get untangled, and no points given. Freeman would have shot off his knees. Got there, but he stretched out, and Needham with a back leg ankle pick. Freeman trying to come up with a single. Shuck on by Needham. But Freeman ducks his head, ends up on top, gets a takedown in the lead 4-3, the end of the second period. Freeman's choice now. Freeman's going down. Freeman looks winded. Needham covers. Freeman with a 1-point lead. Needham just basing off, Freeman just basing off, allowing Needham to go to work. Freeman looking for hand control underneath. Standing up or trying to, putting a foot down on the mat. Needham picks that ankle. Freeman with the right side foot down. Steps out with a knee slide. Needham cuts him loose. 5-3. Freeman with a lead. Needham with a double leg shot. 3, takedown. Freeman with a double leg shot. Got the takedown with his toes stuck in bounds. It's hard to tell who is who. They both got dark, bushy hair, and they both got black singlets on. 8-3, Freeman with a lead. This is a good technical match here. Needham sits down on that legs ride. Freeman trying to jab the other one in. Freeman's got to stay back on the shoulders, on the hips if he can. He's getting out pretty far. Legs right on this near side, as you can see, by Jackson Freeman, your Red Raider. Neiman trying to control a hand across the shoulders. Stalemate. And they untangle again. Jackson Freeman will still be riding with 40 seconds left, leading 8-3. 2 ranked wrestlers in the state going at it. Needham ranked 12th, Freeman ranked 7th. Needham to his feet. Freedom trying to drop him backwards. Needham hits a switch on the way down. Gets the escape. 8-4, 25 seconds left. Freeman runs him out of bounds, snabs an ankle on the way, but everybody was on the basketball floor. At least for Needham, 20 seconds left. Needham with a collar tie. Freeman with wrist control. Slide by missed. Needham coming in. No points. 8-4. Jackson Freeman. Three team points, 7-12. The deficit for the Red Raiders as Holmen got a pin at 2:15 and got a forfeit at 2:85. In dual meets like this, if you have to give up free points, that's a killer to your team. Now, 113 pounders coming out. Brett Bagnuski, I do believe, is going to be the Red Raider, and Brendan Henderson, who is a number 2 ranked 113 pounder in the state. He's only a freshman. Here's where this lineup really gets tough. In this lower, all the way up through 157 pounds. Takedown by Henderson easily. 1 point escape. Henderson in again. Round the corner, ankle pick. Catches him with an underhook, fires him to his back with a half. Henderson looking for a pin in a big hurry. You can see why he's ranked number 2. Near fall coming. It's 8-1 already with 130 left. 8-2 now. Henderson got a stretched out grip on the knee. Sits through with a little trip. Takes Bagnuski down again, 11-2. Looking for the cradle or the tip here. Now Bagnuski's getting some hand control. Three-quarter Nelson trying to get put on by Henderson. And Bagnuski's got to keep control of that wrist. Looking to get to a cradle is Henderson. Bagnuski flattens out. Henderson's got it locked anyway, going to run him over. Now step across the body to get some weight on him. Bagnuski's fighting for 8 seconds left yet. Managed to survive 14-2 after one period. The lead for Brendan Henderson. Well, Bagnuski gets, now it's 15-2. They change the score. Bagnuski can get tech fauled. He saved the team technically 1 point. Henderson is up by 13 right now. You can see how much wrestling Henderson has done, and he's only a freshman. Holmen's only got 3 seniors in their lineup. And Bagnuski gets back to his stomach. 115. Now Bagnuski comes to his feet. And Henderson takes him back to the mat. And we got a lot of noise going between the Marshfield and Waunakee match. Marshfield and Holmen match. Holmen leads at 12-7 right now at 113. Bagnuski's fighting his life off here to try not to get pinned. He got a barbed wire put on him, both elbows tied up. Trying to keep that right side arm up and high. 30 seconds left. He's got both arms tied up by one of Henderson. Now Henderson steps across the body. Grape finds the legs, and there is the pin. The fall comes at 3:42. And those 16 points put Holmen up 18-7 right now. And Rex Lancaster at 120 is the number one ranked 120-pounder in the state. And the Red Raiders have Luke Hamill, who's ranked 11th, but still the big underdog here. Lancaster and Hamill. Lancaster is a sophomore. Hamill is a junior. Again, ranked on ranked. These Holmen guys are quick to react. Their quick twitch muscles are firing on all cylinders, and a little short drag takes down Hamill, and they're going to cut him loose, go for the takedown game. 1 point escape. Around the corner we go again, just too quick for Hamill. 6-2 now. Hamill with a Russian now. Hamill drops down to a knee, gets to an underhook. And Lancaster reaches into a single, lifts, takes Hamill down. And near fall being counted on the tilt. And near fall coming. I think they haven't put it up on the board yet. Scoreboard says 9, now it says 12, 13-2. Again, the people on the scoreboard have been caught just watching wrestling instead of doing their job scoring. It's 13-3 as they're on their feet one more time. And we'll try to collar tie to a knee pick. And Lancaster fought that off easily. A lot of motion by Lancaster. Hamill shucks him off, gets a little distance. Lancaster dives right in, changes defense to offense instantly, and gets takedown at 16-3 right now. They're going to let him go back on his feet again. 16-4. They want Lancaster to go on his feet. One period done. Hamill trails 16-4. They're going on their feet, says Hamill, his choice. Hamill tried that knee pick again. Lancaster just stood there. Didn't have any effect on him. There, he's got the knee pick. Lancaster steps over the top, comes up neutral. Excellent counter. Good takedown by Hamill, but excellent counter by Lancaster. Hamill clears the arms over top, comes on an inside leg. Lancaster with an Oki choke locked up. Hamill's got a cradle locked up on him now, gets taken down by Lancaster. Just so many combinations he puts together. And Lancaster had it tight and got the pin in 2:44. 16 points for Holmen again, 24-7 right now. And you can see Holmen is the real deal. They will give Kaukauna one heck of a test, I do believe. Kaukauna ranked number 1 in the state. This time we got, could be Jake Ackerman against Brock Needham. Needham ranked number 3 in the state at 126 pounds. They just keep rolling out top-ranked wrestler after top-ranked wrestler. Arm tie by Needham. Ackerman's trying to counter. Needham would have dragged down to the mat, spun around the opposite direction, cut him loose. Now in on an instant shot again on an inside single. Sets him on the seat of his singlet. Steps over the body. Going to pop his head up here shortly, I'm sure. 3-1 right now. Freeman looking at trying to get in a grubber on match here. If he can he catch Needham? Needham just too tough. Fought that off. Needham in a little trouble here. 3 takedown, says the official after they roll off the mat. Could have called that earlier and got near fall as well. But he chose not to. 4-3. Freeman. Switch attempt, locked hands by Freeman. It's going to be at least tied. Hard switch attempt by Needham again. Got Freeman on the seat of his singlet and his hip down on the mat. 1 point locked hands, technical violation on Freeman. It's tied up at 4. Still go back down is Needham. Needham controlling hands, fights his way up, steps over the body, picks it inside the leg of Freeman, lifts it to elevate. Freeman got reversed as Needham ducked inside, popped his head out. It's now 6-4. And now Needham with a double armbar, runs Freedom over and stacked him up tight and pinned him in 152. Six more team points, it's 30-7, and Holmen is starting to roll here. They got 5 pins so far in the matches they won. Next up, Deegan Armagast at 132 scheduled. And Ole Strasser, a freshman. We'll see if that's the matchup. This could be a change for Lincoln. We'll see. Probably not. Strasser with a front headlock on Armagast. Armagast breaks that, elevates that leg off the single leg with a takedown, leads 3-0. Wrestling on the edge of the circle. Ellsworth tipped there and nothing as they rolled straight through it, close to the edge of the circle, and now they're out of bounds. We still haven't got the announcement as to exactly who's there, as I think they're changing batteries in a microphone. 3-1. Nice head fake into a double down low at the ankle. Elevated is Armagast. Trying to come out the backside and figure out how he can complete this takedown. Stepped over the head now is Armagast. Holy, Strasser's got one arm around the waist backwards that's saving him. Now we come up with a conventional single going out the backside, and there's locked hands. Illegal hold 1.4. Ackerman. 4-1 the lead now. 38 seconds left. Chap Whizzer, as they called it, an underarm spin. Takedown for Deegan Armagast. Haven't seen one of those in a while. 7-1, 20 seconds left for the Red Raider. Marshfield has had a Wanakee 30-15, and they are wrestling at 144 pounds where they lead in that match. So Marshfield could have a big gain tonight. Picking up 2 wins and beating a higher ranked team in the Red Raiders. They are going to move up in the rankings. The Rapids will definitely drop. On their feet starting the second period. Sweep shot missed by Ackerman. Armagast. Underhook tried to get to a knee pick, missed that. Underhook and inside leg. Nice shot there. Dropped right down on that near side leg. Got an elevated front trip. Takes him down to the mat. Nice takedown, nice setup. It is now 10-1. We're at a major decision here. Arm pinned across the back. Tried to lock up the farmer, but Strasser countered that. Now it's just a bar. Now he's got the double bar. Going to try to walk this around. Got 45 seconds. Try and pin him here. Not quite now. He's got near fall at a 1 count. Strasser kicked back over on his shoulder. Now Armagast has got near fall coming. He's got to sit this out, and that'll tighten it up. Pin for Deegan Armagast in 3:36. 16 points in the Red Raider column. It's now 30-13. And here comes some more ranked wrestlers from Holmen. This is Nathan Henderson, who is a sophomore. Henderson is ranked 5th in the state at 138. Again, they just don't stop coming here for Holmen. And scheduled to go to senior Matthew Miller for the Red Raiders.
Now wrestling 138 pounds from Holmen, Nathan Henderson. And from Rapids, Matthew Miller.
Red Raiders have won 3 matches, 1 by major, 1 by decision, 1 by pin. Holmen has pinned everybody they've wrestled in the 5 matches. Matthew Miller getting into a throwing position. Henderson looking at it, fired a headlock. Miller in a scramble. Not fast enough. Henderson covers him, takes him down, now cuts him loose. They are very comfortable on their feet, trying to build a lead. It's 3-1. Henderson. They got a lot of quick twitch muscle action there. They can fly around the mat pretty quick. They're a step ahead of the Red Raiders here. Miller with an underhook on the right side again. But Henderson controlling wrists. Inside leg trip. Miller countered that. Nice work. Henderson just keeps coming. 3 takedown on the edge as he drug his toe. One of the assistants for the Red Raiders not a fan of that takedown call. Six-1 the lead, and Henderson will give an optional start and let Miller up. Henderson again just clears the head and wades right in. Back trip off a single leg with a takedown. 9-3 it's going to be. Excuse me, 9-2 right now, and we'll see what Henderson does again. Optional start. Just a way to control the guy coming up. Miller reaches over with a front headlock. Trying to drop Henderson down. Henderson drops his hips. Comes straight into a single leg to a double. Lifts Miller. Tips him with a hip tip. And at the end of the period, it's 16-3. Miller trails. And again, Henderson is ranked 5th in the state at 138. Miller is just trying to survive the match. He's wrestling hard. Give him credit for that. He's just outmatched by a much better wrestler. That's all you can say. Nice work by Miller. Turned inside. Underhooks. Miller's got to commit to this if he wants to take a shot in the dark. And he tried to throw with a loose grip. Needham knew it was coming. Faced off, got the takedown, and it's a tech fall. Five team points for Holmen, 35-13 to do meet. And at 144, Caleb Egerich, ranked 14th for Holmen. They just keep rolling them out. They got 9 ranked wrestlers out of the 14 weight classes. And this is according to Wisconsin Grappler rankings as of January 1st. Here's Ashton Roosh and Caleb Egerich. Egerich is a sophomore, Roosh is a senior. Roosh very limited action last year for the Red Raiders in the lineup. This year he's at 144 as Aspen Tritz is still nursing an ankle or leg injury. And Egerich felt that push in and he fired a headlock. Roosh is in deep trouble, but he won't quit wrestling here. Look at this. He's turning his way right out of that, so he's not on his back anymore. That's toughness, Ashton Roosh. Nice work to get back off your back. Now, Roosh got to step up here. Yeah, he lost a double leg. He had a double in there, but Egerich countered that, got back to his feet, 7-1, Egerich. Double underhooks. 1 point Roosh, illegal hold by Egerich. Here he's got a headlock locked up again, and he fires it one more time. Roosh goes over. .45 seconds left. Long time for Roosh to fight this off. And he's back out of it again. 14-3 right now. Egerich with a lead. Got the underhook, looking for the headlock again. There it is one more time. Roosh rolled him through, but they're off the mat. Attaboy, Ashton Roosh. Way to fight out there. Didn't panic, locked up on him, rolled him off. They're out of bounds. Oh, Egerich with a double that wasn't even close to being defended. That's a takedown, 16-3. Now it's, I guess, 17-3. According to the scoreboard, and Craig and I looked at each other with a questioned look, and 2 seconds left, the end of this period. And we start the second with Ashton Roosh trailing 17-3, Roosh's choice. He's going to go on top. You don't want to go on your feet. You got beat there numerous times. Don't want to go there on the bottom if you can help it until you get put there. But Egerich stands right up pretty easily. Roosh drops down to a single. And Egerich jumps out right into the referee's lap. And that's a tech fall with the escape, 18-3. Five more team points. It's now 40 to 13. 150 pounders coming. Another ranked wrestler, Noah Henderson for Holmen. And the Red Raiders will have Jack Ackerman scheduled. We'll see who comes out. This is Noah Henderson. This is Chase Gethers. The Red Raiders make a switch here. And Gethers gets taken down instantly with a low shot. And the referee stopped the action. Gethers will be on the bottom. And his opponent, Noah Henderson, who I had mentioned is ranked 10th in the state, will be riding on top. Got a legs right on the right-hand side. Got an arm pinned across the back on the opposite side. Works that into a bar. Arm, bar, and a wrist. Now just a bar and a tight waist. Now works back to get the wrist. Arm, bar, and a wrist again. 52 seconds left. Gethers goes over, and there's the pin in 111. Six more team points for Holmen as they continue their roll. 46-13. 157 pounders. Hey, let's throw out another wrestler for Holmen that's ranked. A.J. Alesh, ranked 12th. And this probably is going to be Jack Ackerman, I'm guessing. Jack Ackerman is ranked 9th. And again, you can see the Holmen team. They are just loaded from top to bottom. They're all excellent wrestlers. They do exceptional things on their feet, going from one move to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and pretty much always come out on top. And they are ranked 2 in the state for a reason, and I'd like to see the duel meet between Kaukauna and Holmen. That would be a brawl. This is Jack Ackerman. Ackerman and A.J. Alesh. As I had mentioned, the Red Raiders come off the bi-state where they did not fare very well. Out of the 11 weight classes they filled, they placed 2 wrestlers, the highest being a 10th place, followed by a 12th place out of all 11 wrestlers. And they finished somewhere about 38th in the team points. Marshfield is ahead of Wanakee 36-15. Off the mat they work. 56 seconds left. 0-0 the score yet at 157. Both wrestlers pretty tentative here. Lesh wading in on the offensive side, trying to toss. Ackerman on the way out. Ackerman has none of that. 25 seconds left. Lesh with an underhook and a hard snap down. Didn't complete nothing. 15 seconds left. And is not favorable of a dual meet as the Red Raiders in Marshfield, where Marshfield would probably suffer about the same fate against Holmen. That's an impressive team. Second period. Ackerman on top to ride, can't hold Alesh, so it's 1 point in the lead for Alesh. Collar tied on an ankle pick for Alesh. Ackerman countered that, slide by, missed, drives back in, they're off the mat. And Alesh dives in from a long ways out, got to a leg, and they spin the spin cycle till they get out of bounds. Still 1-0, Alesh with a lead from Holmen. Little slide by Alesh. Ackerman countered that. Alesh wades in again to the underhook, and they're off the mat one more time. Ackerman hasn't had much for offense here. He's just been taking and trying to counter Alesh. 40 seconds left. Alesh with head control. Ackerman tries a whizzer, and they go out of bounds. Ackerman going backwards off the mat again. Elbow control now by Ackerman, and Alesh keeps wading right into him. Takes another shot. Ackerman catches him. Warning, stalling Ackerman, backing off the mat. 3 seconds left in the second period. Still 1-0 Alesh with 2 minutes left to go. Ackerman's choice, he says, I gotta go down. Ackerman trying to build to a high base. Working on hand control now, and Alesh cuts him loose. 1-1. Alesh feels really confident on his feet. Hard snap, drives in, trying to catch Ackerman. Little underhook toss, and they're out of bounds. Alesh really working on the head now. Ackerman with an overhook trying to counter. They wade their way off the mat. 1:36 left. Still tied at 1. Slide by Alesh. Just missed it. They worked to that same position numerous times with one person backing up or the other one backing up. And they got the same under overhook position 5 or 6 times now, but neither one completed anything. 1-1 on 2 escapes. Headlock coming. Ackerman popped his head out. Alesh too quick. Ackerman couldn't capitalize. 1 minute. Off they go. One more time. Load them up on the stripes. Alesh has the exact same 3 steps that he takes to the left each time. Wades right into a deep double. Ackerman's trying to counter this for all his life. Alesh steps over the leg, locks it down. Now he's just got to pop his head up here. Ackerman rolls him over, still in a scramble, no points. That's the best no call this official has had tonight. 25 seconds left, still 1-1. Ackerman front headlock on the edge, spins, changes directions, out of bounds. Ackerman's got to find a takedown now. He's just been a defense. Trying that underhook and lets Alesh in on a single again, now to a double. Ackerman trying to roll him off the top. Ackerman gives up the takedown with 6 seconds left, 4-1. Ackerman goes down 4-1 late in the match. And 3 more points. It's 49-13. 2 matches left, 165. Jeremiah Peters, a senior, against Nolan Knappmiller, a sophomore. At least the last 2 guys for Holmen aren't ranked. They ran out of them. That doesn't mean they're not good, but they just don't show up in rankings. Jeremiah Peters and Nolan Knappmiller. Knappmiller's a sophomore. Peters is a senior. Headlock by Peters makes it count right here. Get your head up, Jeremiah. Trying to squeeze up Knappmiller. All this is going to do is make the score a little bit closer. Got the near fall, 7-0. And he lets Knappmiller out on the edge of the mat. Edge of the mat wrestling, giving up points. Can't do it. Seven to 1 the lead. Knappmiller was shot in. Peters with a lateral toss, missed it. Slide by miss. Knappmiller with a shot in. Got to the single and they're out of bounds. Peters has got some dangerousness to him with the throws. Knappmiller with a shot again. Peters with a nice quick sidestep. Took him down, covered him up, and cut him loose. Body locks, here we go, launch and pad load. Peters takes him backwards the other way off a back trip. Got to pin him here. 13-2 right now. And that Miller rolls through. (17-2). That's a tech fall right now for Jeremiah Peters. Five team points for the Red Raiders. 49-18, and now you got one more match. Caden Shalinski at 175, a junior, scheduled to go against Colin Griffin, a junior from Holmen. So a pair of juniors stand tonight, if that's the way it is. Griffin, long, lanky, thin, 175, and Shalinski a little more short, a little more physically put together. Final match of tonight. Let's see if Shalinski can end the dual meet on just a tiny bit of an up note with a win here. Jeremiah Peters did his job. You either got a lot of length and you can defense a lot, or you're exposed a lot. It's kind of six one way, half a dozen the other. Long arms and legs, you got a lot of reach and you got a lot of leverage, but you got to protect all that too. If you can penetrate against it. Marshfield's ahead of Wanakee 36-20, and they are in the 165-pound match. So they have won that dual meet. They're just waiting on the finishing score. Marshfield 2-0 on the night. Holmen 2-0 on the night. Wanakee 0-2. Red Raiders 0-2. And that's hard for me to say. Off the mat, little scramble, 34 seconds left, not much offense either wrestler. See if we can get a late period takedown. Bad shot by Shalinski. Did cost him anything though. He's having a hard time getting past the long arms to get to the legs of Griffin. $12 seconds. (0-0) after one. In the Valley Conference, next up for the Red Raiders, January 15th. Marshfield at DC Everest, Wausau West at Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids at Wausau East. Shalinski on top, got way too high. The hips come up of Griffin, and Shalinski bails out, gives him the 1 point escape and the lead. Starting the second period. Shalinski with a bad shot from too far out again. It took a swing at an ankle and missed it. He's got a hard time getting past the long arms. Tried a inside single, but missed that. Got stopped on the way coming in. Now Griffin with a front headlock. Around the corner to go, and he covers up Shalinski. Gets takedown. Now he's got a 4-0 lead. Now Shalinski's got a score here in this period for sure. Into a high base. Now Schlinsky to a sitting position. Picking on hands. Turns the face. Got the one on the escape. Now he's got to get a takedown. 30 seconds tie the match. Down low on an ankle pick. Puts Griffin scrambling and gets that takedown. Now you got to ride him out here. Can't let him up to his feet. Drops down to an ankle with 8 seconds. He cannot even hang on to the ankle. 5-4, Griffin took the lead back. And Schlinsky's got to fix the headgear. You notice a lot of the Red Raiders, when they get into a scuffle and a lot of pawing on the head, they're taking a break in intensity and fixing headgear. And that's allowed a lot of teams to get an advantage, take another shot, and score points. Schlinsky has to go down here. Trails 5-4, 2 minutes left. 49-18 the dual meet score. That's been locked up a long time ago as Holmen put a pounding on the Lincoln High School Red Raiders. Schlinsky working to try to get hand control. Now do a sitting position again. Griffin takes him back to his stomach. Schlinsky trying to keep hands, but got to build a base. 1.5 minutes left. Schlinsky got to get off his stomach here. Pull his knees up under him, tried to. Griffin just riding on top, hanging on. That's all he's doing. 58 seconds left. Schlinsky got to figure out a way to get a good stand-up. Just simple, basic, do it right, do it hard. Tried to sit out, missed it. Keep coming again. Got a high base. Don't hang there. Griffin just riding, trying to get to a cradle. Schlinsky staying still too long, allowed Griffin to take him back to the mat. 25 seconds left. Tight waist and a half by Griffin. And they're out of bounds. 16 seconds left. And Schlinsky fixing the headgear again. He's got to fire up off the bottom here. Can't wait around. You got to be the first to move. And the headgear finally gets strapped back on. Schlinsky bases off, gets to a sitting position, trying to work on hands. 10 seconds left. Two, one. Griffin's going to win 5-4. Three team points. Final dual meet score was a bad one for the Red Raiders. They got it taken to them every way you possibly can. It's 52-18. Holmen with a victory. They prove why they're the number 2 team in the state, as the rankings say. They took out the Red Raiders. Lots of pins, couple of tech falls, major decision. The Red Raiders got a lot of regrouping to do. They've had 2 weeks now where they have not wrestled that well, and they've been outmatched. So a lot of work to do here at the practice room. First match of the dual meet, Wisconsin Rapids goes down to Marshfield 52-22. And you just watched them lose to Holmen 52-18. As I mentioned, next up for the Red Raiders, they're going to go to the Merrill Blue Jay tournament, which we are not going to be able to cover because Merrill AD told us they have no room for anybody in their gymnasium to cover wrestling. So we apologize, but we cannot control the bad decisions of other schools, just like Luxembourg, just like the bi-state. So we will bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. Once again, a big thank you to Craig Tim for giving you mat side seats. My name is Scott Tesch. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.